Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to see you guys. I have not been here for a couple of months, but I'm back to do a PCOS update and everything that's been going on for the last couple of months. Disclaimer, I am not a nurse or anything. This is just my story and my experience with everything that's been going on with my PCOS. If you don't want to hear about PCOS or you get grossed out about periods and blood and restroom going, then yeah, I could just clack out of this one because yeah, it's gonna be kind of intense. If I'm looking down, it's just because I have some notes on my phone, so I just wanted to answer some questions and get everything started. So without further ado, let's get started. How was taking the Metformin? So the Metformin, if you didn't know, what it does for me is I had high testosterone levels and very low estrogen levels. So the average testosterone level is like 0.5 to 3, I believe, for women, and mine was like at 19 or 20 or something. It's very, very high. So what it did for me was basically took my estrogen levels, made it go higher, and my testosterone level made them go lower, and kind of balanced me out that way. I would say that the biggest side effect that had taking the actual medicine was it did make me go this a lot. Like I used to go, I had bad digestive system since I was younger, so I would say it made me go like 7 times in a day. It was bad. I was like always going to the bathroom. And that lasted for like 2 weeks, so I did lose like a heck of a lot of weight, but I have maintained my weight at what so basically it's been a couple months and I've lost about 10 pounds, and I've maintained that weight after I lost the 10 pounds. The other thing that it helped me do, like not a side effect but something that it helped, was that because my testosterone levels and my estrogen levels were balanced now, I wasn't as angry, because having high testosterone, you do get angrier, more frustrated, stressed out, fatigued. You're just a hot mess, basically depressed, anxiety, which I told you about in my first video. Ever since I've been on this regimen and things have been getting back to normal, I feel like I've never felt before, because apparently I've had this my entire life. So I don't get as angry as quick as before. I'm not stressed out about a lot of things. I'm not depressed actually at all. I have a little bit of anxiety, but it's not really bad anxiety. It's more like I'm excited. So yeah, that's completely different for me, which is great. But everybody's noticed it. My coworkers, my family members, Derek has noticed it, and it's pretty awesome that I feel this way, and I'm really thankful for my doctor, honestly. So the struggles of the Metformin the first week or 2 were bad, but it's definitely worth it for me because I've lost weight. You know, I feel emotionally better. My hair has grown. It's gotten super thick. I've had to cut it, and my hair is like, it used to be thin because of the high testosterone levels, and now it's not. My skin has cleared up. I have this one blemish, I'm sorry, but whatever. So all of that jazz, you know, it's really helped me. Another thing that I took was the Provera. So how was the Provera? So the Provera, basically it said, did it work and what happened when you took it? So the Provera worked, but it delayed. Basically, the doctor said that when you take Provera, that's to start your period, it can take up to a week or 2 after you take the Provera. So me being super impatient, after the 2nd week I was like, oh my god, this is not gonna work. I'm getting all the symptoms, I'm getting headaches and nausea and dizziness, but no period. So 2 weeks after, almost exactly when I started it, boom, huge period, massive period, biggest period I've had in my entire life. I had to go out, and I'm sorry if you don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna talk about it because you guys need to know. Honestly, if you're going through this, you need to know. I had to go out and literally find the biggest pad I can find. The plushest, the longest, the biggest, thickest pads in my life. And I was going through those. Like, I went through like 2 bags. So it lasted 10 days. I went through almost 2 full bags of those pads. It was bad. my blood sugar or iron levels were going super down. So I was also taking, Derek got me iron supplements while I was on it, and I just stayed home. I was like, I can't. So I stayed home because at work, when I would be sitting and then getting up, I would get super dizzy and almost want to fall back, and that was not cute. So I just stayed home for the week that I was on my period. And then that was basically the Provera, but it definitely worked. The point of the Provera was basically to see if I still had like a routine, I guess, or a route for my blood to like go through and everything. And while I was on my period, they had to actually do this one test. I forgot what it's called, and I don't have the paperwork anymore, so I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, but basically what it is, they take iodine and put it through my fallopian tubes and see if it's still working, and if they're all clean and clear and everything like that. They did that and everything came out perfect. I found out that it's my right ovary that I do not have, so I have my left ovary, and I also have both my fallopian tubes. I just don't have my right ovary. So, but everything was healthy. So the Provera did work, definitely. Another question I had was, now that you know what's going on, can you get pregnant? So my doctor said everything checks out being healthy. So yes, I can get pregnant, but I would definitely need help from the doctor. I can't just get pregnant. So that's a good thing to know for the future, because me and Derek are not currently trying to get kids right now. They're definitely a responsibility and a blessing, but we are not at that point in our lives. We still have a lot of things we want to do and be settled before we have a child. Well, at the moment, no, I'm not getting pregnant. But we can if we wanted to. We just need help from the doctor if we want to get pregnant, basically. Asked, how is your skin and your hair? So I already talked about that before. When you have high testosterone with PCOS, you get thinning in your hair and you get more body hair. So that's not cute, like, at all. Just letting you know that. So now I have less body hair, and my hair is actually grown back. Like, I used to have a lot of baby hairs. Like, let me see if I can grab some here. Okay, so this is actually baby hair. So you see this, how long it is? It's up to like there now. It's a little thin, you can see. Okay, anyways. This used to be like up to here. Like, it was aggravating because I couldn't really iron it or do anything because it was literally that short. And so now it's grown out. My hair grew out. It feels really thick, but I've actually had to layer it because it's gotten really thick and heavy and look not cute, and I've had to chop some length off. Now I'm letting it grow back. Right here, I can kind of show you here. Overall thoughts and feelings about my process. So I am super happy. I really am. I lost weight, got my hair back, my texture, my skin is better, my nails grow faster. The biggest thing for me is how I feel is like I'm a completely different person. And it's so weird because it almost feels like I went through a traumatic experience and then I changed, but I didn't. I just followed what my doctor said and things worked out for me, and I'm so happy it did. And my husband's probably super happy it did too, because I was probably driving him insane a little bit. I was driving a lot of people insane. That's the biggest thing for me, is like the emotional part of it. I don't feel depressed at all, and that feels great to say. I don't feel anxiety attacks. Oh my god, I was getting them so much before, and I haven't had one since. And I'm more appreciative of like things around me. Like when I'm walking Oliver, my chihuahua, sometimes I'm just out there and I'm like, I don't care how long it takes for you to poop because I'm actually enjoying myself. Before I used to be super frustrated because I didn't want to do anything. I was just so done with everything. And now I'm out there and I'm just like, okay, this is good, man. Like, look at the stars, feel the freaking breeze. It's awesome. It really is. And we have so many good news for you guys that we will be talking about in our tea talk, which is coming up very soon. Like, I'm talking about, we're filming that tonight. Might not go up at the same time as this, but we're gonna film it tonight. So many good news, plans that have changed, and everything's working out for the better. Honestly, things are just going great, and I'm so glad, you know, that everything worked out. And I have to have a big thank you to my in-laws, my parents, my coworkers for dealing with me, especially my husband. He's been going through a lot with me, and he's just held on. Like, he never gave me bad vibes about it, or never said, oh my god, like I can't handle this anymore. Like, he never did. Never. He just always stuck by me, and that really helped me a lot, because I needed a rock, and I didn't realize how much I needed a rock until now that I was like, I already had it. And if it wasn't for him, like, I would have probably lost my mind. I don't know. I feel like I would have gone crazy if I didn't have Derek. So thank you, Derek. Basically that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions about any of this, my process, like when I want to get pregnant, I'll obviously film what's going on there. But if you guys have any questions or want to tell me your story, which so many of you, it was insane when I put my I have PCOS story up. So many of you, people that I never talked to, people that I went to high school with but never talked to, people in my life that I know through congregations and being Jehovah's Witness, but I've never actually talked to in person, have come out with so many paragraphs of stories. And I loved hearing these things and helping you guys out, and just having encouragement between one another. That was great, and I'm so happy you guys were willing to open up. And so many people who have cried to me saying, I'm so glad that you put this video up, because I've been trying to tell somebody how I feel, and it's exactly what you have. And they've been diagnosed and everything, but some family members and their friends didn't know that they were going through things like this. And I think we need to be more self-aware. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed talking to me and listening to me, of course hit that subscribe button. If you wanted to know my PCOS story, like everything I was before now, it's gonna be linked in the description bar. I don't know how to do the tag thing. I wish I did. Maybe I'll learn, but yeah, I'm talking way too fast. It's great talking to you guys, seeing you guys, and I will see you in my next video.